Hello everyone. If you have ever tried using AI agents in n8n and ended up with answers that made no sense, you are not alone. Today I'm breaking down exactly how to stop AI hallucinations and sharing the best settings to get accurate and reliable responses from your n8n AI agents. By the end of this video, you will know the top settings you should change, why hallucinations happen, and the simple tricks to get your automation working smarter. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk about what AI hallucinations actually are. When we say an AI is hallucinating, we mean it's generating information that is either false, made up, or just totally irrelevant. For example, you might ask your agent for a customer order status and it invents an order that never existed, or it gives a confident answer that's actually wrong. These hallucinations mostly happen when the AI is not given enough context, it allowed to improvise too much, or is set up with loose prompts. But the good news is we can fix this with better settings in n8n. Alright, let's dive into the actual AI and node settings inside n8n and see which option you should use to prevent hallucinations and why. First of all, here it is set to connected chat trigger node. This just means the AI is listening to the input from your chat or webhook trigger. No hallucinations risk here, but always make sure your prompt input is exactly what you expect. Then it comes a prompt, which is the user message. This field is pulling from the path, the input, the chat trigger maybe, or the webhook, which means it's using the user message or the incoming prompt. Make sure to validate inputs upstreams if possible. For example, if the user prompt is empty, it will give an error instead of letting the AI guess. Now, this is where the magic happens, the system message. It is very crucial. It should always use a strong, clear system message. For hallucination prevention, copy paste something like this. You are a helpful automation assistant. Only use the information in the input or from connected tools. If you don't know the answer, respond with I don't know and do not make up any information. This will set a hard boundary for the AI. Now you can turn this require specific output format if you want your AI to always respond in a strict format. For example, JSON or only with a specific fields. If you expect a simple answer or specific value, enable this and give an example of the desired format. For the maximum iterations, limit to one or two unless you specifically need multiple agent steps. For the return intermediate steps, turn on for debugging but off in production. For the batch processing binary image, ignore these unless your use cases require these. When you're setting up an AI agent in n8n, one of the most important choices you will make is which chat model to use. Think of it like picking the engine of your car. Each model has strengths, weakness, and different use cases. Let's break down the most popular options. We have OpenAI models, Anthropic, Gemini, and there are other plenty of models here which you can choose from. Let's start with OpenAI models. So here you're seeing multiple OpenAI models, which include GPT 3.5, GPT 4, GPT 4o, 4.1, and many others as well. For the GPT 3.5 Turbo, it is fast, cheap, and great for general question and answer, plus drafting emails or summarizing. But it can hallucinate more than the newer models, not as strong with the reasoning or complex instructions. While GPT-4 is much better at logic, understanding prompts, code generation, and following strict instructions. But it also has a weaknesses, which includes it is slower and more expensive than GPT 3.5, but it is far more reliable for critical tasks. Now GPT-4 Turbo, which also combines speed, low cost, and high accuracy. It is better at handling vision and complex tasks, but may still have a bit of creativity unless temperature is set too low. For my recommendation, I'm using GPT 4, 4.1 or 4.0, anything that requires high reliability or detailed reasoning or where hallucinations are not acceptable. Like, for example, customers put financial data, code automations that sends email or make decisions. Then there's Anthropic Claude, which includes Claude 2, Claude 3, Opus, Sonnet, and Haiku. Claude is extremely strong at following instructions, writing structured content, and refusing to make up a data if asked. It often safer for regulated use cases. Opus is the most powerful. Think it like a Claude. It's a Claude GPT-4, but Sonnet is balanced, fast, and pretty capable. Haiku is the fastest and cheapest, which is best for the high volume, low stakes. If you have a workflow that needs a strict factual answers, compliance, or when you want the AI to say, I don't know, instead of guessing, or writing data instructions, legal, financial, or customer service chatbots, I would recommend to use Anthropic. The question arises how to choose the best model. Now, I will just break down all the models in this and summarize them. If you need if you need absolute reliability, low hallucinations, complex reasoning, pick GPT-4, 4.0, 4.1, or Claude 3 Opus. If you just need your automation or your agent to follow the instruction and safety, Claude 3 Sonnet or Opus. If you're looking something for the fast, cheap, okay with good enough answers, choose 3.5, GPT 3.5. If you're looking with the live data or Google integrations, obviously Gemini because it's a Google product. Now for the memory part, only keep as much memory as is absolutely necessary for the current task. Too much chat history means more chances for the confusion or hallucinations. For the tools, enable only the tools you need. For example, Google Sheet, web search, HTTP request, any other. Make sure your agent system's message reminds it to use tools before guessing. That's it. If you just set up these options, you're already way ahead of most people using AI in n8n. Remember, strict instructions, limited randomness, and a clear don't make up stuff will give you much better results. Let me know in the comments if you want more deep dive like this or if you have faced weird AI answers in your automations.